Hi, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm called Irene. If it's your first time here, kindly hit the subscription button. Make sure you put on a notification button to get notified wherever I drop a video. Kindly subscribe. Yeah, so in this and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back and watching my videos. I don't take your love for granted. I love you from Kenya to Jamaica to the Caribbean country to Australia to US to Canada to the Europe and Asia. Kindly subscribe to this channel. I'm called Irene Soita. Yeah, I'm coming from a small village in Kenya. Yeah, and today we are doing a reaction about a video of a Burkina Faso president who came out and overturned everything. Like now he's the President TRAOLE, and he's giving out a very strong message, strong message to colonizers, the colonizers who have colonized black people, you know. Yeah, and this message also I want to show it to the people of my Caribbean people, black people from who are living in Caribbean. You know, these people like Jamaica, the Jamaicans who came from the West Africa, like who are living in Jamaica, and Jamaica seems like it's not fully independent. I want to show them, I want to share with you and tell you that, guys, we can do it. You know, we can do this. So guys, you can see in the video the president of Burkina Faso, IBRAHIM Traoré, has been trending for good work. He has changed everything from colonizers since he came to the power. He has been able to remove all the power system. He has changed the national anthem. He's trying to change the music. He's trying to change the health sector. He's trying to change the education sector. You know, it was colonized by the French people, and now he's just trying to use the local language in Burkina Faso. So he is calling for unity among African leaders, you know, and all the leaders around the globe, like everywhere, that the black people are dropped, like the blood of the black people are dropped, like the Caribbean. You know, the Caribbean is predominantly a black countries dominated by black people. You understand? So guys, let's continue watching and see what this man has to do, or has the powerful message he has for the leaders, our leaders, black people leaders. It's time for African to redeem itself and become fully independent.
This continent has suffered so much and continues to suffer because of imperialists. These imperialists have only one cliché in mind: Africa is the empire of slaves. This is how they see Africa. For them, Africans belong to them. Our lands belong to them. Our subsoil belongs to them. They have never been able to change the logic until today. This is deplorable. But how do they proceed? Unfortunately, it is since the 1960s that these 6,000 acres of independence have been given to Africa. They have just placed local valets at the head, according to them, of their sub-prefecture to be able to continue to feed them. These local valets, which we are going to call today the slaves of Salon, have other goals. They want to live like the master, to satisfy the master, and to do everything that the master dictates to them. They steal, they plunder our states, they bring everything to the master, and their wealth is kept with the master. They do everything to live like the master and always satisfy him. Do you know who these slaves of Salon are? Well, we are going to explain to you what they are. They are individuals who have no dignity, who have no morals, who have no personality. But the master slave has always known how to identify these individuals. They are always ready to betray their brother to satisfy the master.
pour satisfaire le maître. Ils nous ont trahis.
They have betrayed us since independence, and others continue to betray us to the benefit of their master. These individuals continue, against all odds, to help the master plunder Africa.
Ils se plaisent à le dire chaque année.
They like to say it every year. In their economic polls, Burkina is the poorest country, Mali is the poorest country, Niger is the poorest country. We are ranked among the last.
Très bien. Si nous sommes aussi pauvres,
very well, if we are as poor as they say. But when the time has come to take responsibility, we have asked this master to leave the place. Why don't they want to leave?
Lorsque nous prenons le cas du Niger, depuis plus de 40 ans,
when we take the case of Niger, for more than 40 years, some countries have been exploiting uranium to produce energy at home. From Ottawa to Paris, the streets are illuminated. It is the light. But in Niger, it is the darkness that has served us. When you go to our states, our soils are full of precious metals, such as gold. But often there is not even the slightest road accessible to reach the areas where they exploit gold, even less certain basic social services. This is why we have decided to revolt and take the fate of our countries into our own hands. There are many other examples. But when we decided so, we were approached by some saloon slaves to pass on the message of their master. Because they had created this kind of polymer chain that rises to the heads of our states to serve them. And we came to break the chain. And it is inconceivable for them. They approached us and asked us to enter the ranks to make the elite leave that must lead Africa. Because they have an elite formed and formatted that must follow, that is embedded in this chain. We refused to enter their ranks. And then the hostilities began. They have sent several mercenaries and trainers to our area. The agents have descended into the Sahel to carry out barbaric, cowardly attacks against our people, hoping to revolt them. In addition to these attacks on the ground, the attacks on communication, manipulation, and disinformation are full in their ranks. But the people of the Sahel have understood, and we will never be able to be manipulated again. They know where they come from, they know what they are doing, and they know where they are going. We will no longer allow this. People are awake, and people are fighting today, not for ourselves, but for future generations.
We are called putschis. We are not French. We do not understand what that means. And the local people, who surely do not even understand the profound meaning of the word, also call us putschis. Very well, we appropriate it. Over the years, as far as Burkina Faso is concerned, you may have noticed all the bodies have been destructured. No more training, nothing left for the army. They imposed in all our major states, all our schools and all our strategic structures, what they called military councils. When we revolted on September 30th, 2022, the first thing was to find out who these military councils were and where they were. So we were able to identify that the evil was deep. And the first thing was to ask them to leave our army. They left. And what I told you not long ago, you cannot hope to find your lost object by calling on the one who stole it to come and help you find it. When we asked the military councils to leave, we felt manifestations. We were made to understand that we would not be able to get by without them. And every time they told us, it was translated by attacks on the ground. We received the message well. At the dawn of the year 2023, we decided to tell the foreign forces present here to leave, because we want to fight in Burkina Faso. They did not surely appreciate it, but why come and die on our land for us? We prefer to fight ourselves. We ask them to return home. Unfortunately, I tell you here today, as I like to say, colonization has returned. There are slaves of Ceylon who still have not understood. In the meantime, military officers wrote to us and approached us to tell us that it was a very bad decision and that we would not last 2 months. Files were written. We were sent these files to make a strategic analysis of their thoughts. We said either we are sovereign or we remain slaves forever. Indeed, when the last soldier left Burkina Faso, we understood what it was about. The attacks followed immediately. Dehao, Timnikov, Partiaga, and so on. But what they had forgotten was that the people of Burkina Faso had understood our message. And had engaged in the same way as we did. We reorganized quickly, and suddenly we noticed that all the sleeping terrorists had woken up in Burkina Faso. We reorganized the army as quickly as possible. At an unequal speed, we have created several units, and even if several others are yet to come, we have equipped them. And today this equipment continues because in the days to come, the months to come, what you will see coming to Burkina Faso must make our army a power to fear. We will not hesitate about the means. We understood that the fight against imperialism will be hard, very hard. But only the hard ones will pass, and the Burkinabés are hard, and we will pass. We have put on guard for more than a year the local valets, the slaves of Ceylon, so that they do not betray their country for the benefit of imperialism. Some have understood and organized themselves. Others have not understood. Maybe they thought they were smarter, but today we have no more feelings about this theft. Whoever betrays his country for the benefit of imperialism, he will be treated as such. Returning to our famous ECOWAS, since we decided to leave the ECOWAS, the slaves of Ceylon have been driven everywhere. They want to scare the people. They want to scare everyone. God, thank you. In a recent past, there were only a handful of people who had the right to speak. On the TV sets, that's what they said, who were ready for the gospel. Today, with the new technologies, which of course have advantages and disadvantages, everyone has the right to speak. And I think the Yayayes are the first to confirm this. Everyone can make his own analysis of a situation. We can certainly make mistakes, but when we come to understand, we are open to explain the process. Here we will explain to you why we left the ECOWAS and where we are going. Remember that it was in 1975 that it was created. And it was created for the majority of state leaders, putschists, as they like to say. It was the military who took the power and took the responsibility to create the ECOWAS, so that there was a real economic growth of the people inside this space. Later, the so-called Democrats were invited to the heads of our states. They completely emptied the community of its foundation. When on June 26, Nigeria decided to take its destiny into its own hands, we were surprised to see the ECOWAS appear on June 16th with a force in weight. Where was this force? When thousands and thousands of Nigerians were killed by terrorists. Where was this force? When thousands of Malians and Burkinabés died under the bullets of terrorists. They said that by force they were going to house the valiant sons of Nigeria who took the destiny into their own hands. Do you believe that these are women who are in Nigeria? There are fighters there. The Nigerian army is a warrior. It has been fighting for years. It is not a parade army or a peacekeeping army. And the armies of the ECOWAS have decided to unite. We are waiting for this force in weight. It is important that these so-called Democrats understand this. When thousands of Nigerians die in hospital beds due to lack of electricity or lack of medication, it is a crime. They are responsible for these sanctions. They are responsible for these deaths. The same thing happens in Mali. With Burkina, we have indirect sanctions, because people have to understand. When they take their orders from the other side, they come and do everything to apply it. It is shameful. Some have decided not to provide electricity to our countries. It is not free. We pay, and it contributes to their economy. They have tried to make Mali suffer. And of course, by ignoring all the texts and not providing electricity to Mali, hoping that the population would revolt. It does not work. When it lasted, some were forced to make their own people pay by increasing the cost of electricity. It will increase again. This gives us several lessons. Several lessons in the sense that the independence we take, the sovereignty we take, we must do everything for it to be. They have given us very good lessons, and we have understood very well. Some have closed their ports, which goes against all international texts, because we cannot close our ports in a landless country. They did it. They violated the text. The international community did not say a word.
I am not a politician and I don't beat around the bush. I am a soldier and I prefer to tell you the truth. Everyone is free to take it or leave it. Everyone drives their car, everyone lives well. We eat in the morning, we eat in the afternoon and evening, and we do whatever we want to do. We are free to speak, to say what we want. This is democracy. This is the law. That's all. That's all we know in Ouagadougou. But go and see them, the children who are skin and bones. Go see those who are starving. Go see those women who can no longer breastfeed because they have nothing left in their breasts. Go see them. Let's not pretend. If our journalists don't have the courage to go out in the field and bring back these images, it's because we want to whitewash Burkina's image. I'm telling you, it's false. It exists. When I tell you about people who eat grass, those who want to contest, I will take them to see it continues. It hasn't even stopped, because we have managed to supply some villages, but others not yet. We are still on the way. No civilian can even support us with trucks, so we can show solidarity with these populations. What kind of integrity is this? What is integrity, Burkina Faso? What is it? This lack of support has deeply unsettled and revolted us. Until we truly address the core issues plaguing this country, we will remain in a state of unrest and discontent. For the moment, we've managed to secure some trucks in the army and have been using our own means to transport supplies. However, this hasn't really added much to the support for the starving populations. And even in doing this, there's been a distinct lack of empathy. The citizens were aware of the situation, but they've remained on the sidelines. This is to say that solidarity has disappeared in Burkina. Have pity for the people, have pity for the youth, have pity for the children. What have these villagers done so that when the sun sets, they find themselves in caves and under trees? They leave village after village, and in the morning they come back to see if everything is okay before returning. They sleep in the bush. They cannot sleep in their homes. We don't tell you these truths. This is the reality of Burkina. We only see our cities. We are responsible for what happens to us, and we will be fully responsible for what will follow, whether it is good or bad. It will depend on...
Welcome back. I'm called Irene Soita, and as I told you, it's gonna be a reminder. Kindly subscribe to this channel, and let's interact there at the comment section. Let us keep the comments short and succinct. Let us be very, very, very mindful with our language. So guys, you have seen the president of Burkina Faso, IBRAHIM Traoré, with his strong message, like his excuse me, he's really giving out like a very, very strong message to the world, to African leaders. He's tired. Like we know, recently he withdrew from the ECOWAS that was formed in 1975, if I'm not wrong. We have heard him saying like, if they got into this to the ECOWAS, and why is it that Nigeria people have been dying, you know? And he has talked about the power and electricity. We've seen that most of these countries, even in Nigeria, there are selected parts of Nigeria that does not have power, electricity, and these people do pay for it, you know. He has talked about the electricity or energy power in Burkina Faso, and he has talked about also how the Westerners, our colonizers, tend to say like, this country in Africa is poor, this country is poor, Mali is poor, Burkina Faso is poor, Burundi is poor, Niger is poor, you know, and they're still there, you know. Africa, like literally, Africa is it's a country, it's a grand land, like it's a continent full of mineral resources, and that's the reasons why you see these people, they don't want to live like Africa. They left but they're still here. You understand? They're still here because of the resources. We have gold, we have diamond, we have oil. Like, you still see them. They still are on our lands in Africa, in the continent of Africa. You can see in South Africa, they are not fully independent. They want to be fully independent, you know. In South Africa, you can say in Nigeria, you can say even in Kenya, we still adore our colonizers. We are still going out there. You can see in recent events where our president of Republic of Kenya went to United States, and there's deals he signed, and he came back, and after he came back, we had an outrage protest, a very, very big protest that has never happened. And this protest was not just happening by the all people like normal. This one erupted because of the financial bill that was really going to dig much deeper into our pockets, and we were rejecting the financial bill. So it just happened after the president had come from America, United States, and the people who hit the streets were the Gen Zs, not millennials, not alphas, not Gen Z. And we have seen that also happening in Uganda. We have seen the same thing happening in Nigeria, and we wonder, or you ask ourselves why. So this message, Ibrahim Traore is acting as an example to all the leaders of African or Black people nations, where Black people blood is dropped. Like you can see in Caribbeans, we have most people in Caribbeans are Black people, like in Jamaica. You understand? So he's just telling all the leaders from these countries where Black people are, we should not allow these colonizers to keep on, you know, coming into our country and make use of our country and make us Black people look like we can't make it. We are smart. Black people, we are very smart, you know. We are smart. We need to develop our countries. Like in Jamaica, you need to develop your country. He's telling them, the PM, Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, you need to stand up as a Black man and get these people out of your country, all the colonizers, because we see like Jamaica is not really deeply independent. It still has these people dominating in Jamaica. The colonizer are still there dominating in Jamaica. What are we going to do? We need people, of strong people, like the PM of Barbados, this PM, this woman from Barbados. She's very, very strong and energetic. When she's giving out her speech, you know, you sit down and listen. This is the kind of leaders we need. So we have to come out like Black people and fight for our countries, for fully independence. Let us, our leaders, emulate Ibrahim Traore, and make sure that the education system and the military is under the government of Burkina Faso. Like he said, the military, they have tried and managed to capture almost 100% of the military, you know, and now they were not even using the military cars, you know. It was it was a sad nation. It was a sad nation, whereby people could not even enjoy the fruits of its country, you know, for this man. And he has said, like, he has come out and said, like, he is not a politician, he's a policeman. You understand? So he has just come out to fight for the plight of the people of Burkina Faso, and that's what he's doing in Burkina Faso. If that Ibrahim Traore can do it in Burkina Faso, any other leader of the African country and Caribbean countries where Black people live, even we had that belief in the people of the United States. We knew that they were going to elect a Black leader, Kamala Harrison. We knew that they were going to elect Kamala as their president, and everything in the United States was going to be also a different. And I was like thinking, like, why not Kamala come and fight for Jamaica? Because we need to see development. We need to see roads being maintained, good quality roads, like passing. We saw people complaining about the roads. People were protesting about the roads in Jamaica. The roads are in a very, very bad state. The people were talking about the school, education, health sector, business at large. We need leaders who will come and bring will come and bring development in our countries. So guys, if the government or the elected leaders are not going to do that, then we are going to do it. We are going to come out and stand for our countries and make sure that our countries are developed, and all money, the all money that we pay during the taxes rotates in our, circulate in our countries. This money, we make sure that the money is not stolen and stashed outside in the in these abroad countries. You know, this is the message. We are hoping that IBRAHIM Traore stands firm and bring Burkina Faso to a more developed country, and bring Burkina Faso to its fully independence. So guys, if you watch this video, can't you tell me below the comments what you think? I'll be bringing you more videos we analyze, we talk about. Let us interact during down there at the comment sections. Be very mindful with the comments. And when we talk about Jamaica, it's not just that we are talking about Jamaica. Jamaicans are our brothers and sisters. You know, we know you were sent there by the colonizers. You was forced to Jamaica by the colonizers. We want to make Africa a better place for all black people, so that one day or not one of these fine days, when you come to Africa, you feel you're at home. I'm sending my love to all the Caribbean people, black people in Caribbean, or my Caribbean people. I'm sending my love to all my black people who are living in the United States, my black people are in Australia, Canada, and Europe, all these other countries. May God bless you and keep you safe. Until next time, let me see you in another video. Bye bye.